Hi guys, Sol here. Today I was gonna do another reaction video to one of Dimash's songs, and before that I wanted to do something a bit different, and going to the world's best competition where Dimash has been scolded for deciding to leave the show. Now I don't know how many of you watched it and really took in what really happened there. And when I saw it the first time, I could see that the implications were a bit more than just Dimash shunning the competition and moving away from it. There's actually a lot more to it, which I'll try and explain at least my point of view, the way I see it in this video. So let's just have a look at what happened there for a minute.
Today I have to compete with two little beautiful talents. That is why I want to ask you, dear judges, to let the children move forward and let me step out of the competition. No.
So far, you heard that. This is top integrity.
Oh my God.
Let the kids have a go.
Oh! I gotta say, I think I speak for all of us at the world's best. We are incredibly sad to see Dimash leave. American judges.
Wow. First of all, your performance was amazing. But I personally feel it is a competition, and whoever performs on it should be in the contest.
Look at this guy in the middle, man. He's beside himself. Is that a guy?
No.
This isn't a free stage. I respect what you said.
Oh man, if look could kill.
As a singer myself who's performed on the same stage as Whitney Houston, Adele, you think I wanted to come out and sing after that? No way. But you know what? This is what this competition is.
I agree with her. You compete or you don't compete?
It'd be interesting to hear from your country.
Well, I have to say, I do understand where Dimash is coming from. It's our culture, and let's not forget what he's doing, and he's opening the doors for the young kids.
The truth of the matter is, how dare you disrespect this competition? We came here to see the best, the world's best. You knew.
Just stop there for a sec. You see, just have a look at the the difference in world view and attitudes. This, I don't know, man, woman, I don't know. I know his name is Roo. Roo is short for kangaroo in Australia. I mean, as you know, kangaroos like to throw punches, so it's pretty appropriate. But the first thing that he said is, "How dare you disrespecting us?" Who's us? And that's exactly the thing about the West, as I like to call it. I mean, I don't want to generalize, but I think you know what I mean when I say that. It's just a lot easier to say it like that. But the way that they see themselves, and how dare you disrespecting us? Like, do you know who we are? I mean, people will sell their mothers to be a part of us, and they just don't understand, and they can't fathom how can there be someone who just shuns us like that, I mean, we can't have that. We are the top of the top, and usually, we're the ones that decide who's going to be a part of us and who's not going to be a part of us. And here's this humble guy who is doing the most honorable thing and an admirable thing, giving the others a go. I mean, the fact that they put him against them, I mean, that's not fair by itself. And he recognized it early in the piece and decided to do something about it as the honorable person that he is. And that is, to me, that's just, he just won another 1,000,000 points. Not that he need to win any more points, but it's, anyway, let's continue.
What you were getting into when you came here. You knew what you were getting into.
No.
Actually, I don't think he knew.
I think this is some BS. BS.
I
BS?
respectfully disagree.
How dare you? And I think one of the most beautiful things about this his comment in particular, in his response, was, first of all, pay attention to his demeanor, his disposition. He's not fazed by all that, and he answered in most swiftly and to the point, like a true gentleman, or as I like to call him, a true angel. Listen to his response. Listen to what he says, man. Just few sentences.
This is happiness and honor to perform in front of you, and this is not about my ego or something else like that.
Okay, well, thank you, Dimash.
Did you see that? This is not about my ego. Hey guys, there are other ways to live, not from the ego all the time. And here we are having this saying, dudes, you want to try it sometimes, And I think it's just one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. Now, from my point of view, at least the way I see it, I mean, if you knew a bit more about me, and if you, for example, checked my Instagram, it's not really about me personally, but more like the spiritual side of things. I've written a book called The Bagger that basically try and wake people up back, bring them back into their true purpose, what they came here to do. And in previous videos, I explained that I believe that Dimash truly came here to reunite people. I mean, it's not a coincidence that he started in China and built himself up to a point where, he can now call the shots, and he doesn't need to sell his soul in order to get, up high and be recognized. He did all that, quietly, just doing what he loved through his passions. And I truly believe that, each and every one of us is here to accomplish a certain purpose. We came here with a purpose. And, part of the reason, the world is so in such turmoil and people are so confused and unhappy is because, that's continuous tug of war that's happening within them, where, the soul will try and bring them back to, the path towards their purpose, and the ego will move them away towards, the ego world, if you will. It's like, that materialism and the narcissism and all that me thing, And so, as far as I'm concerned, Dimash he knows it. And I called him an earth angel before, and he's here to serve a purpose, and he knows that. And he will not sell his soul. And he said it nicely when he said, I'm not here to live from the ego. There's a different way. And so I believe that there's a reason why he started in the West and built himself up like that, because, chances are, after the Chinese competition, he would have had enough in his resume to get any deal with the major labels, or whatever. But I believe that, had he started there, he probably would have been, tainted, ruined, controlled, and had to sell his soul in order to get there, like most of them do. And that is the reality of it. Most people that, get to where they are, in the music entertainment industry, basically need to sell their soul. And you see that in there's a lot of, symbolism, and, whether you notice it or not, there's always horns and 666s and that. And, there's always pyramids and symbolism that basically, points to that. And he's here on a different purpose. He's not here to be there same as the others. So I believe that he started where he started, in order to give him, not only the recognition that, he has enough power to choose whichever path he chooses without others, choosing for him or having to buy him or, basically he can just choose his path, and whether they realize it or not, he's already a multi-platinum seller in China. He doesn't really need to kiss ass, and he doesn't really need to beg, and in order to be recognized. He's already recognized. There's a very interesting thing that I can't remember his name, James, whatever.
I think it's easy. Look, of course, everybody cares about the competition. I think we have to take a minute to try and respect Dimash's wishes.
Yes.
But I also understand, I completely understand the frustration. Let's not forget the incredible moments that Dimash is giving us leading to this performance tonight. We will never ever...
Let's not forget the incredible moments that Dimash has given us in past tense. And I want to break the news to him that he's still giving us. It's just that, you are looking in the wrong direction. You are, we are still enjoying him, and every day, I get something, out of him, what I've seen so far. He's giving me a huge, pleasure, back, rebuilding my, my faith in music. It's just, that they are so disconnected, and they can't fathom that, there is another world. They've got their head so far up their ass that they just can't see anything beyond that. And Dimash basically is following his purpose. And I have no doubt that he's gonna build immense riches, but it's gonna be a byproduct of his purpose and what he's here to do. And I'm pretty sure that he'll do well with it, and he'll put it to good use. Like now, he's got $1 million that he would have won for sure. There's no doubt. And so humbly just said, look, I don't want your $1 million. I don't want your spotlights. I don't want your accolades. I don't care about all that. All I care about is giving these kids a go, a chance. And he just, like a gentleman, he just stepped away. And, that just, it just puts him so much higher in my, in my world. It's in my book, he's a winner. I mean, he's been a winner already, but they're just another step up, And, I really respect him for that. I mean, that is just the most unbelievable thing that he's done. And it's far beyond just, quitting a competition. This is a guy on a mission. This is a guy that came down here. There's a reason why he started to rise, around 2017, 2018, where the world is going to shit and everything is just falling apart. And this guy's coming in and just, like a super glue, is just bringing people back together and putting him back together, reminding them that, that there is other way, even if it's through music, which is a universal language anyway. So, to me, this whole thing is not just about him quitting and all that. It's not as straightforward as it may seem, but it's got a very important spiritual implications, which I strongly believe that that's the case. Absolute legend. I'm so proud of you, man. Yeah, and I know you are too. So let's not forget that we're not just enjoying his music, but he radiates the most amazing energy that I personally, I feel strongly, and I know you do too from your comments. So anyway, until my next reaction, I'll be reacting to another of his songs soon. So we'll talk then. Take care.